Here we are back together again, friends, for another episode of the Juicebox Podcast.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I'm here to represent the LADA group of people who get diagnosed with type 1 in the later onset of their life.
How would you like to share a type 1 diabetes getaway like no other? Join me on Juice Cruise 2026. You may be asking, what is Juice Cruise? It's a week-long cruise designed specifically for people and families living with type 1 diabetes. It's not just a vacation, it's a chance to relax, connect, and feel understood in a way that is hard to find elsewhere. We're going to sail out of Miami, and the cruise includes stops in Coco Cay, San Juan, St. Kitts, and Nevis, aboard the stunning Celebrity Beyond. This ship is chosen for its comfort, accessibility, and exceptional amenities. You're going to enjoy a welcoming environment surrounded by others who get life with type 1 diabetes. I'm going to host diabetes-focused conversations and meetups on the days at sea. There's thoughtfully designed spaces, incredible dining, and modern amenities all throughout the Celebrity Beyond. Your kids can be supervised, and there's teen programs, so everyone gets time to recharge. Not just the kids going on vacation, but maybe you get to kick back a little bit too. There's going to be zero judgment, real connections, and a whole lot of sun and fun on Juice Cruise 2026. Please come with me. You're going to have a terrific time. You can learn more or set up your deposit at juiceboxpodcast.com/juicecruise. Get a hold of Suzanne at Cruise Planners. She will take care of everything. Links in the show notes, links at juiceboxpodcast.com. If you're looking for community around type 1 diabetes, check out the Juicebox Podcast private Facebook group, Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes. But everybody is welcome. Type 1, Type 2, gestational, loved ones, it doesn't matter to me. If you're impacted by diabetes and you're looking for support, comfort, or community, check out Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes on Facebook. Please don't forget that nothing you hear on the Juicebox Podcast should be considered advice, medical or otherwise. Always consult a physician before making any changes to your healthcare plan or becoming bold with insulin. Today's episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by the Contour NextGen blood glucose meter. This is the meter that my daughter has on her person right now. It is incredibly accurate and waiting for you at contournext.com/juicebox. Today's episode is also sponsored by Medtronic Diabetes, who is making life with diabetes easier with the MiniMed 780G system and their new sensor options, which include the Instinct sensor made by Abbott. Would you like to unleash the full potential of the MiniMed 780G system? You can do that at my link, medtronicdiabetes.com/juicebox.
Okay, hi, I'm Valerie. I'm here to represent the LADA group of people who get diagnosed with type 1 in the later onset of their life. I got this diagnosis. Most people get the type 2 first, and then I got the correct diagnosis.
How long ago was this?
Exactly 12 years ago, and it was the same time of month, February, because I remember I was working on the cruise ship in the medical department, and it was like the cruise from hell because that particular cruise had a norovirus outbreak.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And I would only come on and fill in as the secretary. I would relieve the person for their vacation time. So I'd only be on for like 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. But every time I walked on ship, I knew that there could be an outbreak. I was just always prepared for if it was going to happen, just you had to deal with it.
Are you in the industry still?
I'm not the cruise. I'm still in medical. I've been in medical for decades, like admin. Roles. I'm now back at the hospital where I used to work for. Mm-hmm. Then I went to work for the cruise line, but I worked in the corporate office, and then I ended up just filling in on the ship for the secretary. So I've worked for the cruise line for like 15 years.
I wonder what they've changed about cruises that those outbreaks don't seem to happen like that as much anymore.
They're very vigilant on the washy-washy of your hands. Mm-hmm. The people who walk on board, they know that if they present with symptoms, they're hopefully supposed to report them and get the treatment. Don't like go to the buffet and spread your love. I would hope.
Well, though, I think you're onto something, though, because outside, I've been on a few cruises recently, and outside of the restaurants are hand washing stations. On some cruises, there's a person there looking at you going,
wash it, get those hands.
Wash your hands. Don't walk past this. And I actually noticed that it's funny, on a less expensive ship, there's someone there telling you to wash your hands. And on a more expensive ship, what I noticed is nobody doesn't wash their hands. Everybody just sort of does it. And yeah, it's interesting. Okay. So 12 years ago?
Yeah. 20. Oh, I was 39.
You were 39. Okay. So you're 51 now?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Correct.
12 years ago, do you have any people in your life who have type 1 diabetes, people you're related to?
No.
Nothing. What were your first symptoms? How do you recall the whole thing happening?
I was only tired and thin because when you work on the cruise ship, it's like 10-hour days. Like I'm medical staff, but I don't, I'm not treating the patients. I'm just doing all the coordination of the paperwork. If they're going to stay on board, not stay on board. That's all. Yeah. I mean, I have family history of other diagnoses that I was worried that maybe it would, but I didn't think I would. Yeah, I didn't know. And then all the years that I've reviewed medical records, it was rare that I ever saw a type 1 diagnosis.
Hey, Valerie, what other family things were you worried about getting?
Oh, the epilepsy. The one time I worked on the ship, this nurse came down and was like yelling at the doctor. And I'm like, why is she yelling at the doctor? But she had to go deal with a medical emergency on board because someone had a seizure. Mm-hmm. And then when the person woke up, got alert oriented, she's like, oh, I took the amount of insulin that my doctor told me. And then the food didn't come out on time. And she ended up having a seizure. Oh, so I saw that before I even got, the wrong to right diagnosis. So I was afraid that I would, have seizures or I don't know.
Did you mean family? Like are there other medical issues inside of your family?
Yeah, so my father's already passed away, but he had the epilepsy. Okay. And then my mother has a mental, but now she's Alzheimer's. My mother had schizophrenia.
Oh, your mom was schizophrenic. And she's still alive now. How old is she?
Yeah. She's early 80s, but, in dementia state. I moved her back to Thailand.
Oh, is that where you're from originally, or are they from?
I was born in America, but I'm half Thai and half, Greek.
Gotcha. Well, there's probably a story in there about growing up with your mom, huh?
Yeah. I'm one of those, I lived with my parents. I'm fortunate to have, the people see something, say something. Mm-hmm. I was removed by CPS.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
At what age?
I thought it was 8, but it was 7.
7.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. In the years leading up to your diagnosis, any medical issues that made you, as an adult, think one day something's going to happen?
No, you just have a little bit. Yeah, I guess normal level of anxiety. I don't want to go see the doctor, even though I work with doctors. You know what I mean? So
okay, it's funny.
I think that's about it. And then the cost. You get a medical condition, and it's very expensive. Or what I've had seen working in the roles that I had.
Yeah, before. That's the kind of stuff you're worried about.
Yeah.
Initially diagnosed with diabetes and you're just run down and you're thin. Is that happening on the ship or is that happening on land?
Oh, it happened on ship.
Okay.
And it was toward the end of the contract because I would only come on for 8 weeks and then I would go home and I would have another land job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how long did you stay on land before you went back to the ship?
4 months. So it would be 2 months on ship, 4 months off.
Okay. I was just talking to a guy that I was just on a cruise and I was talking to one of the guys that works on the cruise and he was in the middle of a 5 month thing. And
so most of the contracts are a lot longer.
Yeah. Okay. He was at the end of it and he's like, we've had a couple of people, I forget what he said, but he was like, I'm thinking of signing on for an extra month. And I was like, so you'll be on this?
I would say no, because you're so run down and they would do that too. We would see that, but then they would just, it's hard work every day. You're, sharing space. You don't really have any alone time because you're always
on top of
either
somebody.
Working or busy. Yeah.
Can I ask you, do you ever forget you're on a giant floating thing?
A little bit.
Yeah. You ever walk through a door and go like, oh, the ocean's there. I forgot about that.
No,
not like that.
I mean,
okay.
like I had an inside cabin. It's not like I had like, a balcony or even a porthole.
They didn't let me look outside, Scott.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So what, again, first symptoms are tired, losing weight, you're on the ship. Mm-hmm. Do you get so sick you go talk to somebody or does somebody say something to you?
No. So I had a urinary tract infection and then I did the 2 courses of the antibiotic. And then when they repeated the urine after the second, there was sugar in my urine.
Oh,
and
gosh.
So that's how they got the type 2 diagnosis.
I see. What do you think made them jump to type 2?
Because of my age. Uh-huh. And then they're like, oh, there's, medicines that treat I hate pills. So like it took a couple days and the doc is like, okay, then I'm like, fine, write me the script. I'll go and get the medicine. But I don't believe this diagnosis. Like they did a lab draw. We could do labs on board. So when I saw the labs that put me into that kind of like pre-diabetic diabetes stage, it was, and I was like, okay, now I guess I believe I have diabetes, but I don't understand how I have diabetes.
How long did you live with a type 2 diagnosis?
A year and a half. I would have always kind of like dermatological kind of stuff. And so how I got the specialist and the right diagnosis was the dermatologist. Because I would be like, okay, I'm not sure what's going on. He did labs. Some of the labs were kind of off. And he's like, oh, you should see an endocrinologist. I'm like, okay, great. The people I worked with on the ship at the time, one of the nurses like, oh, you should get an endocrinologist. I knew the doctor that I was particularly working with on board. He would never write me that specialist, because he's like, oh, no, you just take this med and that's fine, Hey. So I'm just lucky that I already had an established dermatologist that did labs and I got the right diagnosis.
What dermatology issues did you have that you were seeing a dermatologist that much?
It would be acne. I would sometimes have eczema, but I don't think I saw him for eczema. I would go like urgent care if I had a little bit of a flare up.
Okay.
And I always had great skin. And then I'm like, oh, this like, or something. And then that particular time I had like, it's all over my back. Like it's just these weird spotches, but it wasn't acne. Like, it's just like there's something off. I'm like, okay, something's not right. I don't know. What is this? Tell me, do I need to be on a med?
Was that a thing that happened only after the type 2 diagnosis?
Yeah, I say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he got you to an endo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a year and a half later?
Yes. Oh, no. So, a year and a half later from the type 2 is when I got the referral to see an endo. And then that was a problem because he's like, oh, he referred me to someone who had already just recently retired. Mm-hmm. The other 2 offices, no one worked in those offices or they never called me back. So because I would walk on the ship and then in my role, I would help with the crew referral. So I already knew how to advocate for myself or call the offices, be like, I have these labs. It says I can see an endocrinologist. Are you taking new patients? So I ended up finding an endocrinologist on a different island that I live on because no one in the offices on the island that has more endocrinologists had appointments or people even worked in their office. I don't know.
Wait, an island you lived on. Where were you living?
Oh, so I live in Hawaii and there's a bunch of different islands I lived on. I live on the main island that has the majority of the people.
And where are you now? You still there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oahu.
Tell people what time it is.
Oh, it's 4:16 in the morning.
I mean, we could have done this later in my day, which would have been later in your day. Why are we doing it at this time of day? Unlike other systems that will wait until your blood sugar is 180 before delivering corrections, the MiniMed 780G system is the only system with meal detection technology that automatically detects rising sugar levels and delivers more insulin as needed to help keep your sugar levels in range, even if you're not a perfect carb counter. Today's episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by Medtronic Diabetes and their MiniMed 780G system, which gives you real choices because the MiniMed 780G system works with the Instinct sensor made by Abbott as well as the Simplera Sync and Guardian 4 sensors, giving you options. The Instinct sensor is the longest wear sensor yet, lasting 15 days and designed exclusively for the MiniMed 780G. And don't forget, Medtronic Diabetes makes technology accessible for you with comprehensive insurance support, programs to help you with your out-of-pocket costs, or switching from other pump and CGM systems. Learn more and get started today with my link, medtronicdiabetes.com/juicebox. contournext.com/juicebox. That's the link you'll use to find out more about the Contour NextGen blood glucose meter. When you get there, there's a little bit at the top. You can click right on blood glucose monitoring. I'll do it with you. Go to meters, click on any of the meters. I'll click on the NextGen, and you're going to get more information. It's easy to use and highly accurate. SmartLight provides a simple understanding of your blood glucose levels. And of course, with second chance sampling technology, you can save money with fewer wasted test strips. As if all of that wasn't enough, the Contour NextGen also has a compatible app for an easy way to share and see your blood glucose results. contournext.com/juicebox. And if you scroll down at that link, you're going to see things like a buy now button. You could register your meter after you purchase it. Or what is this? Download a coupon. Oh, receive a free Contour NextGen blood glucose meter. Do tell. contournext.com/juicebox. Head over there now. Get the same accurate and reliable meter that we use.
Oh, because it's before work and it's less noisy because I live somewhere where I live in town and the noise starts early. The fire station is 2 blocks away. Like at some point it is so noisy, and I don't have like a quiet room.
I see.
So that's why we're doing it this early.
And have you been to sleep?
I have. Yeah, I did. I only probably got like 5 hours of sleep.
Oh my gosh. What time do you leave for work?
I leave for work at 6.
Wow.
I come in at 6:30 when the nurses are about to change over.
And you're still doing like clerical, secretary, that kind of thing.
Yes.
How has that changed with computers over the last 10 years? Like, how has your job morphed?
It's the same, but now the role I'm in, sitting at a nursing station, I'm constantly interrupted. Before I'd have my own office or a cubicle. I'm constantly like it, is it a facility thing I got to report? Is it an IT thing I got to report? Like the, computer on wheels is not working, so the nurse can't administer meds. Is it a biomed issue? Depending on what device ain't working, I got to put in a biomed, so
I
it's...
see. Actually, you're also making me think about, I was at the hematologist recently getting an iron infusion, and it's an office I've gone to for like many years, and all of their staff, the ones who were like parked at a computer a lot of the times, they are just in cutouts in the wall, basically. Like there's no doors, and there's usually 2 or 3 of them in a fairly tight space.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm at a nursing station where it's wide open.
Like an island almost.
Yeah. I sit in an island.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where people walk behind me, they walk in front of me, they stare at me, and I'm on the phone.
Well, also, you're on an island. So
yeah, exactly.
Get you one more, you might be floating. Okay. When you get the type 1 diagnosis, do you remember feeling any certain way about it? Was it disappointing or was it?
I remember for some reason, I knew that my A1C had to be under 7. He told me that you don't need to be on insulin now, but sometime in the next 5 years, you'll need to be on insulin. So I'm like, okay, so what are we waiting for? So I do remember that. And then I knew there was also a level of stress because he had to fill out paperwork that said that I can go back to work on the cruise ship. So I was just like, okay, because that's a role I had before working for them, is reviewing the records. Like if you get ill on the ship as a crew, you have to get like a fit for duty, no restrictions, then you can go back to work on the ship.
Sure.
So I knew, I was like, oh God, can I go back to work? Like, I'm fine. Like, yeah, like,
You wanted to get back to start making money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's like my insurance, it's like pays my rent. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, no. Like, hopefully, and then I'm like, okay.
Jeez. And so your biggest concern was getting back to work. But what I'm hearing that's interesting is that you get a type 1 diagnosis, but it tells you
or the LADA. It's the LADA. It's type 1, but like it's the slower.
Sure. Oh, no, I understand. What I'm saying is he was saying that he thought that onset would last 5 years.
Yeah. I started insulin maybe a year later.
I was going to say, it didn't make it 5 years, right?
Yeah, no. So I don't know. There's this group that would come here and do conferences. So I did like the type 2 track 1 year. And then when I got the right diagnosis, I did the type 1 track. And then I'm like, okay, well, if we're watching, like I want to do the Dexcom thing. So I paid for my own Dexcom before I started insulin because I'm like, what are we watching for? Like, I don't. Still to this day, my big concerns is I don't want to be a patient in the hospital with DKA, so that hasn't happened. And I don't want to have a seizure or have someone have to use glucagon on me. Okay. So those were my big kind of like concerns now, having the right diagnosis.
How did you know to get a CGM when they were like, hey, we're looking for stuff to happen? How did you figure to do it?
Oh, it's because I went to one of the conferences and this type is a little different. That's how I knew.
Okay.
And then I was like, I didn't mind finger sticking myself, but finger sticking myself like before meals, after meals, like I could do it, but it was like, it just seemed torturous and why, like,
okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, CGMs are fantastic. When diabetes shows up in full force and it becomes what it is, is there a big shift from LADA or does it feel like it's such a slow progression that you kind of understand it slowly? And so when it gets there,
I think it's still slow. I went many years without lows and then a little bit more, but still not too bad. But, you treat it, it goes up. I've been on about the same amount of insulin from the beginning. So it must definitely be your body weight. And it's just the timing of insulin, how much you're going to eat, and trying to stay in range. And then I'm like the opposite. Like I'm not bold with insulin. I had always started giving myself like, I don't know. I've always given myself like the least amount or enough to keep myself in range. But like I was just always afraid that I'll give myself too much.
Do you live alone?
I do live alone.
Is that part of the decision?
A little bit, yeah. Because I would say so, yes.
How much more aggressive do you think you would have been or maybe still would be if you had somebody else around?
Maybe, just because then someone would get me. I'm just afraid of passing out. One of the nurses like, did you ever go down? I'm like, no. Like, yeah. So, yeah, just if yeah.
Well, I understand. What's your A1C right now?
Oh, I just had labs, but I'm not going to look at them until Wednesday. Like now, like I've never cared for that. The last one was 6.4. Okay. Most of them were under 5. I did have a 5.2 and I had 0 lows. So I've always gone by like the fluctuations in my blood sugar number, not the actual number.
Valerie, how much more aggressive could you get with a mid 6 to a 5?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Seriously, what do you mean by like I'm not more aggressive? Like, how would you be more aggressive?
You know what I mean? Yeah, true. I guess not. I just, after I eat, if it goes up, I like watch it. I just look at the arrow.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I do. I want to understand.
I'm okay if my blood sugar is in the low 200s, as long as I have insulin on board. And then within that 3 hours, it slowly comes back down. And
I see.
I'm okay with that.
What number do you go? No, I'm going to have to do something right now.
Over 200. If if it's over 200 and the arrow is going up, I would consider announcing a little bit more. Because now I'm on the iLet. I changed pumps.
Oh, don't worry. We're getting to that. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay.
So, don't worry. We got the whole thing covered. So over 200 rising, you would have been a little more aggressive. We're talking about after a meal.
Yeah. I might, looking at what my onboard insulin is, like I have a certain number that I'm like 4 is usually what I would want after a meal to continue
That's
stable.
how you were thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah, or that, it's always been 2 to 4 for meals, maybe 6 in the morning. I think, yeah.
When you're first diagnosed, I imagine you're using pens, but then do you get to
yes.
Right, and then to a pump? What was your first pump?
The Omnipod. Then I wanted to point out something because I've listened to you for a while. It seemed like most people were starting on that basal insulin. From the beginning, my endocrinologist had charted that we're going to watch her and then we're going to start her on mealtime insulin. So I had saw that because I would review records and I made sure I got a copy of my record. I started on the mealtime insulin. Then I went to the Omnipod, and then I tried the basal bolus thing. That's my progression of trying.
Wait. So you started on just mealtime insulin, and then they put you on a pump.
Oh, I asked to be on the pump because I was against the pump in the beginning because I didn't want two devices on my body. But then I realized like the only way you can get insulin in your body is through the injections. And then I have to do this for the rest of my life. So I might as well get an infusion set to rotate. It's either I'm rotating my injections or I have to rotate an infusion thing.
And you just figured like, let's get a pump. Okay. All right. And how long do you use Omnipod for?
Probably like about 10 years.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you were on a pump pretty quickly. You used it for a long time. And now, and so iLet's a recent switch? Yeah.
So I've been on it about a year. And for me, it's always been about mealtime insulin dosing. And so and then I would count carbs, but I can only eat a certain amount of food in a setting. I've never been able to eat and eat and eat. So I wanted to see what that algorithm did and also see if I can get more days out of the infusion set because Omnipod is only that
3 days,
hard 3 day, 8 hours.
So two of your concerns are you'd like to wear a set longer. It's not about your effort. Like,
it's like every time you eat, you have to announce. Every time I eat, I have to inject, basically. So, like, what can give me less input? Or like what I have.
You're
to do.
looking to be less involved at this point.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I want less involvement.
Okay, and so you see iLet, and you're like, well, this thing says I say small meal. I forget. You tell me. What are the three choices?
Oh yeah, so it is here. I'll look at it. It's usual, more than usual, and then less.
How long have you been using it?
About a year.
Okay.
So I'm getting my shipment this week.
You might say breakfast more than usual if you're going to have a bigger breakfast, or breakfast usual, and same thing, lunch, dinner, that's it. Now, and you're wearing your CGM, so you're seeing your outcomes. Okay. Yeah. So now, I don't know if people understand, but with an iLet pump, like you cannot make an adjustment, right? You can't say I'm 200 and I'm going up and I want more insulin. So.
But I've learned how to add more insulin. You just announce again. I figured it out. I was compliant the first 3 months. Now I do what I want.
You're fake carbing, as they say?
Yes, but it's not because, my endocrinologist said that too. But I know how to look what the insulin on board is. And I've always gone on what is the insulin on board and what does my CGM tell me.
Okay. So when you first get this pump, and they tell you, like, announce your thing and don't touch it. What were your outcomes like after that?
I say it was pretty good. It couldn't figure out certain foods like sticky rice, but I just let it go high. But then it would slowly bring it down and not, like, definitely this one, less lows. Not like I had too many lows before, but I would have them. So the outcomes, I'd say, pretty good. They would be kind of high and I would just kind of like let it be because it would come down. But now I'm like, I know what to announce to bring it down faster without having a crash.
I gotcha. What do you mean? How did you have fewer lows when you weren't having that many lows to begin with? Is it because it's going up and staying higher more at the time?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have like when I don't know how I want to go about this.
Take your time.
Yeah. So I would have more lows when I was menstruating before. I would have like that 1 week where no matter what I did, it was just like all over the damn place. And I would have to, do something to.
Is that the week you need more insulin? Or the week you magically seem like you don't need very much at all?
More. Right before would be more. And then after would be it would stabilize and I wouldn't, I would have less input or less like I have to fix this or less like why is it higher than usual and it shouldn't be that high.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were having a hormonal impact that was needing more insulin, you were finding.
And more fluctuations where it would be like, and then, yeah.
Yeah. And you were finding the iLet more difficult then.
Oh, no. So I started the iLet after that's when I was on Omnipod.
Oh, when you were on Omnipod, that's how you were having trouble during that week. I see. And the iLet's handling that better, worse, different, same?
It's better. It's definitely better. I'm like less input, less like having to treat a low and be stable.
Valerie, when you were on Omnipod, was it Omnipod 5 or were you just using Dash and making decisions on your own?
Oh, Omnipod 5, and I would use it in manual mode.
Okay, so you weren't using the algorithm. You were making decisions.
I did a little bit. I tried it, but it just, the meals, it couldn't figure out the meals.
You couldn't figure out the meals.
Yeah.
Who helps you when you need help? Is it an endocrinologist office? Do you have a community around you?
So no, I have an endocrinologist, but they don't really help me. I'm the one that does everything.
Yeah.
I just basically go in, like, I need these scripts. You can talk about my graph all you want, but I pretty much from the beginning, I've been doing it myself.
So even when you're having difficulty, you find their input less valuable than just guessing into the wind?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Now you work around medical people. What do you take from that do you think what's the reasoning? Are they not valuable, or do you work around medical people and realize they're just people too, so you don't see them as special, or like what's the...
that's interesting. Maybe because what I see at the hospital where the two nurses have to sign off on the insulin, or maybe because my doctor was on another island and I just never wanted the input.
The endo you have, if you went in tomorrow and sat down and said, "Hey, look, I'm having a problem. I don't have any idea what's wrong. You tell me what to do." Do you think they'd get you to a solution?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think it would take more than one visit or more than 6 months, or what would your fear be?
I don't know. Maybe because of how, like, I started the insulin. I don't know. I don't, maybe because I had feedback from they're like, "Oh no, you don't have to worry," but I don't know. Yeah.
No, it's interesting. It's just interesting. You don't that something's not leaping to mind. Okay.
No, I just I know I have to do this for the rest of my life as long as no one's calling 911 on me and like they're not doing a wellness check. I think I'm okay.
That's how it feels. Okay. That's what I'm looking for is like, how does your day to day, I don't know. Why are you laughing, Valerie? What are you laughing for?
I don't know.
Because it's 4:30 in the morning. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
So it's more about getting along, not passing out, not having something horrible happen that's, getting you out of here too soon. You're just trying to stay down the middle as much as you can without putting too much effort into it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you dating? Do you date?
Not really, no. But I am seeing someone that we've been friends for a while. So, yeah.
Did you date more before the diabetes or no?
No. Okay. I didn't even then. Yeah.
You don't like people?
I like people. I have friends. I have a good friend network.
Yeah.
You're
not looking for it?
No, not really.
You think it's because of the dynamic you saw between your parents?
Probably a little bit. I wish my mother had divorced him, but she stayed with him until he... So yeah, definitely. It's definitely the dynamics that I saw my biological parents. Yeah.
Valerie, you just shocked me a little bit. You're telling me that if I put you in a room with your schizophrenic mom and your dad, you'd boot your dad out first?
Yes.
That's a hell of a statement, isn't it?
Definitely.
That's a hell of a statement. My goodness. What was his deal? Was he a drinker?
I don't know, but the adoptive mother made a comment that maybe he was, but I don't ever remember.
You were young.
No, I was young. And I knew he worked as an accountant in a liquor store. There was never any alcohol at home. I was so young, so he could have been, but I don't remember.
Why were you so harsh about him when you thought about him? He hit you?
Yes. That's how I got removed from them, was the abuse. Like people saw it, and that's how I'm
sorry.
It's all right. It is
what it is. It's a long time ago. I understand, but still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did he hit your mom?
Yes. I used to kind of intervene.
Oh.
I'd be like, no. Yeah, I'm that young. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not right.
Other siblings or just you?
I have a younger sister.
Did they remove her?
They did not. She stayed with them until both their medical and things got worse. And then she ended up with a guardian, high school.
Isn't that interesting? You had a younger sister when you were 7 or 8 years old. CPS removed you and left her. What, because they didn't hit her?
I think so, yeah.
What a bizarre thing. And then where they put you, did you stay there your whole life or did you bounce?
I unfortunately bounced. I would have stayed with the first one, but she broke her back. And then that's what started the multiple homes after.
How many homes do you think you were in until you were 18?
About 14. But the last one did legally adopt me.
Oh.
So I got before I would be kicked out of the system, the family adopted me.
Did they do that for you to help you with insurance, or do you think it was a love situation?
It was a love situation, but for me, because of what I went through, I can't bond.
Yeah,
I don't know. I bond, but I bond in my own way, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, I completely understand. I'm actually reasonably fascinated with this and have been, I'm making a series with Erica right now about the ACEs and PACEs testing.
Oh, yeah. Adverse childhood experiences.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably know that acronym.
Oh, I know. I got a high ACE score. Yeah.
I'm not. I was going to say, I bet you would ace the ACEs.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah. We just put together, we're in the middle of putting together a series on it, and I'm building an online tool that people can use to take the quiz so that they can kind of see where they are. Probably outside of the more mental health stuff that I do on the podcast, I don't talk about it as much in conversations like this, but I am endlessly fascinated by what people do and why they do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm amazed I'm not a psychopath for what I've been through.
Hey, Valerie, it's not too late. Don't worry. You still
can. Okay, I still can. Well, I see at the hospital on a daily basis, I'm like, I'm doing well.
You're doing. Isn't that something?
I'm doing real well.
You look at other people and you're like, I guess I'm not doing that badly.
Yeah, exactly.
These poor sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I hear what you're saying. I'm working on something now. I'm going to put it on the website pretty soon. I think it's interesting how accurately for some people that quiz can kind of guess at what your future issues might be.
Oh, I would like to. Yeah. Cause everyone has issues, you know what I mean?
Of course.
So yeah, no one's perfect.
Do you find that beyond having trouble forming bonds, do you have other issues as well? And how many of them impact your diabetes care, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Ooh, maybe. I don't think it impacts. I maybe obsess over food and nutrition. It doesn't, it's just, yeah, I'll spend too much time or I'll eat this and maybe not eat that or yeah.
Okay. You said your mom is in Thailand?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Was your father Thai as well?
No, he, a Greek European mix.
Okay. Where did they meet? Do you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah. My mother was a nurse in a hospital. They lived in the same apartment building. And I got this from my younger sister.
Yeah.
Or not that, or just the backstory. So he was going to maybe marry someone else, but then he got my mother pregnant. So he ended up having to marry my mother.
Oh, he's married. Do you think he was angry at you then?
Man, no. Oh, so no. I know he grew up abused. So when I got legally adopted, they gave the family social service records and stuff. And that's how I learned my mother's diagnosis and that my father was one of 5 kids and the only one that survived out of the 5. Then how the abuse that he put on me was something that he had already saw and he thought that was normal child rearing, I guess.
Really? Yeah. No, I'm not surprised. Listen, I'm not surprised by that at all. That's what all the studies.
No, when
indicate.
I read that, I was like, oh, that's probably why she didn't leave him, or she has a mental illness. That's the reason why she stayed, or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, she probably felt like she needed the help too, right? Even if it wasn't great help, it was probably better than, I'm going to guess, how she felt by herself.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it hard for you not to really, I mean, what's it like to have known them and then been taken from them?
Okay, I would, like, when I got older, I would kind of go visit occasionally. When I was younger and I had these forced visits, I would get really, like, sick. Like, after the visit, I would be like projectile vomiting, or like, why do I have to do this? Like,
Super
I don't.
upset.
Yeah. It was it's too traumatizing, like having to, but I would have to go to these like visits.
Yeah. Hey, can I get your input on the website I'm making?
Sure. Yeah.
So it puts up a question in front of you. You answer yes or no, but there's a small icon at the bottom that if you get overwhelmed, that you can click on it and do a grounding exercise. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you answer the questions with me for a second?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Positive.
Did an adult often swear at you, insult you, or humiliate you?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Did an adult often push, grab, slap, or throw things at you?
Yes.
Did an older person ever touch or fondle you sexually?
No.
No. Did you often feel no one in your family loved you or thought you were special?
I'm going to say no.
Interesting. Did you feel often you didn't have enough to eat or no one to protect you?
Yes.
Were your parents ever separated or divorced?
No.
Was your mother or stepmother often hurt or physically threatened?
Yes.
Did you live with anyone who used drugs or was an alcoholic? You're not sure, right?
I'm not sure.
We'll say no.
Because I lived in different families. They smoked, but they didn't really drink too much, like even the multiple families I lived with. So, and if they did, they would only have one, after dinner.
We'll say
so it
no.
wasn't like a habitual thing. So I'm going to say no.
But I'm going to ask a question. Are some of these answers coming from other families, not your...
No, most of them are coming from the biological family, but I'm kind of like, the drinking one, I'm trying to like...
think through the rest of them.
Yeah, think through the rest.
All right, two more in the set. Was a household member depressed, mentally ill, or suicidal? We got a yes there.
Yes, definitely.
Did a house member go to prison?
No.
Okay, so now that's the 10 ACEs questions. And then you continue, the way it's set up, then you'll continue on to what they call the PACEs. These are positive things that can kind of counterbalance stuff like that. So could you talk to your family about your feelings?
Yes.
Did your family stand by you during difficult times?
I'm going to say yes.
Did you enjoy participating in community traditions?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Did you feel a sense of belonging in high school?
Yes.
Did you feel supported by your friends?
Yes.
Did you have at least 2 non-parent adults who took a genuine interest in you?
Yes.
Did you feel safe and protected by an adult in your home?
Yes.
So this is interesting because you have an ACE score of 4, so 4 of the first set, but you have a 7 on the positive side. So your capacity to is greater to maybe have success afterwards. It's tough to use the words because words are tough. Find happiness.
Thrive. I am better at thriving. Maybe that's the word.
You
thrive.
You literally answered yes to every positive childhood experience.
Even though I had not such a great one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I still, I don't know. Yeah.
Yep. It gives you some things to kind of carry forward. So,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. No kidding. Actually, the website does too. And it indicates to you a couple of things that might happen to you. So if you see a sharp or kind of ambiguous tone in a text message, do you have any kind of feeling towards that? Does it make you feel extra vigilant?
You know what? Right now, it depends on my mood and where I'm at in my blood sugar. That's what I've noticed in this progression of this disease. I'm going to say I am good, but if I'm in maybe higher than usual or lower, I do notice that
It's more with
most of the
blood sugar.
time I'm good and grounded, but I do notice that sometimes I'll get a little bit more, I don't know, anxious or
Well,
my demeanor will be a little bit different.
It's interesting. It really is. When you get constructive feedback at work, do you have like a defensive feeling about it?
No.
You're good about it. Boy,
I'm pretty good, like most of the time. I'm not a morning person, even though I'm up this early talking, just because that when that phone start ringing at like 6, I'm there at 6:30, and then the extra noises, I get kind of irritated really fast.
Valerie, your story is really kind of uplifting.
Really?
Yeah, well, because from an outsider's, from my perspective, hard to say otherwise. You had a pretty shitty start.
Definitely.
And that bouncing probably took 10 years to, of that. But talking to you as an adult, you're a mostly positive person.
I am. I don't dwell. I think it's a waste of energy, and I don't have depression, luckily. Yeah, I do my best to move forward. I try not to dwell on.
Do you think that the experiences you had growing up after you were removed from the home were such that the positivity of them and the support that came from them was able to kind of counterbalance your beginning?
I think so, definitely.
Yeah, people saved you, huh? Yeah. That's something.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you in touch with any of those people, like along the way?
No. It was interesting when I was still living in the Chicago area. I had one of the kids in one of the schools ended up in the school that I was in. So we kind of kept in touch then, but no. And I did try to go back when it was decades ago. I've been out here like 26 years now.
Yeah.
That the first family, I would have stayed with them if she didn't break her back. So I did try to reach out back to them because I knew where to find where they lived and,
Yeah.
But they had probably already moved to where they had like a farm up in Minnesota. So they probably that was their retirement plan. So they're probably, So I did try. But,
so had she not gotten injured, you think that would have been your kind of forever family?
Yeah, they would have been my forever family.
Wow. How old were you when you were separated from them?
I think I was only there for a year, so 8 or 9.
But you still remember it kind of fondly?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Do you go to therapy or have you?
I do. It's mainly more for documentation purposes / a sounding board when like my insurance ain't going to cover something or So yes, I do. I talk to someone once a month What
do you mean when your insurance doesn't cover something?
Oh, so like during the pandemic, I had to switch insurances to the other company, and then they were covering my Omnipod, and then they stopped covering my Omnipod. They were like, it went from like a reasonable copay to no copay to like, oh, if you want this device, it's now $1,000. And I'm like, what? Certain times a year, the formulary or whatnot. So I went for maybe a year without the Omnipod, which was fine. Like I can do injections. It's for me documenting stuff like that.
But how does a mental health therapist help you with that? I'm missing something.
Sounding board, it's there. Maybe if I did get more sick because I didn't have my device or whatnot, it's something that will hold up in a court of law. I don't know. Maybe because I used to do depositions. I don't know. It's.
And do you find do you find therapy just helpful in general, just to be able to kind of unload on somebody?
It's another viewpoint into whatever it is that I might have problems with or Yeah.
Wow, that's really great. You are, I mean, for how things started for you, you were an incredibly together person.
I am. I'm amazed.
You never killed a bunny rabbit or pulled the wings off of flies or anything like that?
No. No. I recently did kill a spider.
Why?
Because
no, I'm just kidding. Was it trying to murder you in your home?
No, it was just like, don't do a web here. Yeah, it's not very Buddhist of me, but I did recently kill you were like, listen, spider.
I'd let you live if you weren't messing up the corner of my room.
Sometimes I'll just scoop it up and stick it in the toilet, and like you can have a watery grave. But no, that one.
Hey, listen, if you can live through this and get to the other side, then God bless you on your way.
Yeah, definitely.
Not very Buddhist of me.
I'll say a prayer for you. Okay, go.
Are you Buddhist? Is that your religion?
No, but that's because my mom from Thailand, like I like their ritual and cultural stuff the most. like, because I lived in different families. They did have different traditions. I did live with a Jewish family for a while, so we would have. So every culture has their own kind of traditions to,
And you
but
got
I
to
do
see a
like
lot
my
of them.
mother's the most, but I don't claim any religion.
Listen, I was going to say, speaking to you, if you told me you were religious, I would say that would have shocked me. So
No.
I'm assuming
no.
you gave up on asking into the darkness a while ago.
Yeah.
So you're 10 years old. You're like, you broke her back? Are you kidding me? Yeah, no. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
What have you taken away from being around so many different people? Like, is there something valuable from having kind of absorbed the way others see the world in so many different settings?
I guess so. Like, it's just to have an open mind. And
Valerie, can I tell you, because I'm adopted, right? But I was adopted as a baby.
Yeah.
But the entirety of my life growing up with my family, what I would notice is that if something happened or there was like a decision to be made or people got upset or happy, like my response to a lot of things was never the same as theirs. So I had my response, but I was also able to see their response, which was often different from mine. And I have brothers who are natural to my adopted parents. So like the four of them would almost react similarly. And I was over there going like, I don't think this is the takeaway from this. But I found it like, it's interesting to not feel like you have to adhere to something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? There's like family traditions or religious traditions or something like that. And I was always able to kind of stand slightly off to the side of it and go like, well, I'm just here because you rented me.
Yeah.
And I never felt stuck to one thing because of that. And I felt like that gave me the opportunity to sample a lot of different people's ideas. And I found that really helpful. But I was wondering if you were too busy being horrifyingly shipped around from person to person to appreciate that, or if you took something from it.
I was okay with it because the families were good. They would try to like do like adoption placements. Like I had 2 and those didn't come out as well. Maybe because they wanted another kid, but then their dynamics, they needed to work on stuff. They thought maybe having a child would help their dynamic. But then I was like, yeah. And then the last family, it just worked out. Like, I don't know. I was like, I wasn't planning or wanting to be adopted, but I'm like, okay, like this. Yeah.
Were you getting older at that point?
Yeah, I was getting older and I always did well in school and, And I was like, okay, this could be the forever home.
Did some people have more difficulty being loving towards you than others? And did some not try at all?
Well, some overdid it a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I was just like, where is this coming from? Yeah, no. And then some were, and then, I just remember one. It was, Not that
good?
one was, maybe I just wasn't accepting to the over of loveness. I don't know.
Oh, they were trying really hard and you weren't open to it.
Yes. Yeah.
I got you.
I'd say that would be it. Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, as I'm listening and after hearing you like answer those questions, like I'm struck by how lucky you are that, through that whole thing, like nobody touched you inappropriately. Like, so lucky.
When
you know what I mean?
Occasionally my sister would, like biological one, we talk, but we're still a little bit estranged. And she has a different autoimmune. She has that PCOS, and then she's had multiple surgeries. And then I try to get like feedback of what she remembers living with them for like the medical issues and that sort of stuff.
Wait, what does
and
she
then
have?
I remember her saying that because she goes to therapy. She's like, oh, they think that, that he touched us or whatnot. But I don't ever remember any sort of that going on at all.
Could have been after you left even.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm pretty certain that didn't happen.
What autoimmune issue does your sister have?
Oh, that polycystic ovarian syndrome.
She has PCOS.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, they get gross and then they have to have a surgery. And I think she's had at least 2 surgeries. And then she would get sick a lot. Like, I'm amazed that I don't really get ill very often. I would just have dermatology stuff.
Yeah. Did those surgeries help her?
I think so, yeah. because they get the growths off. But then, a few years later, then she has to
do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. What would she have? Like real heavy, irregular periods, pain?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Gosh. You've had some skin. Have you ever had your thyroid tested?
Yeah. I think when I first got that diabetes diagnosis, like I got the labs, I have an internist. I've seen him for a long time. And I'm like, are we sure that I have diabetes? And then he redid the labs. And then he made a comment. It's like, oh, look, it was like a little less than the labs that I brought in.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, look, you don't even have diabetes. But then I was like, oh, can we check other stuff? So, and then the endocrinologist, he adds that on the labs. Yeah. But, for most medical things, unless you complain about a symptom, they're not going to check it.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Do you still have skin issues to this day, or are they something that's stopped?
Oh, they're kind of resolved, but yes, I say, yeah, it does happen, but not too often, but it does happen.
On your back, mostly?
Back, oh yeah, now recently I have stuff all over my chest. It's like they're skin tags, and my dermatologist said it's like, oh, it's just like you're getting older. I'm like, great, this is
awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great
Fine,
news.
I'm gonna have to see you more regularly. This is what happens when you get old. Like, I have to come see you more often. I don't want to come see you.
I started to get like age spots in some places, and I was like, oh gosh, maybe I should just give up.
Yeah, no, I thought they were warts, but they're not warts because of where they're lying on my chest.
Okay.
They're warts when they're on like your hands, but they're very similar to the stuff that were, around my pinky. So I thought they were warts. They're not warts. They're skin tags that have to be burned off. Yeah.
Do you get them removed?
I am. Yes. I have there's so many of them. It's ridiculous. It used to be just a little spot, and I'm not sure how they all multiplied.
Maybe they're like gremlins. You're not getting them wet after midnight, are you?
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm like, he's like, I already done about 30. I'm like, yeah, I don't have any expectation you're going to get all of these. So just do whatever, and I'll see you at the next appointment.
Do they freeze them until they fall off?
No, he's burning them. I don't think it's freezing. It's a whatever device, and
oh my gosh.
Burnt.
And you said, wait, 30 have been they at some points?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No
I have
kidding.
so much more. Like, I have my appointment next month, so he's not going to get all of them. It's just that hopefully the skin will renew, and it will, I don't know, look better.
When you think about dating, does that concern you, or are you old enough you don't give a crap about stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I'm old enough. I don't care. Yeah, me at the nursing station, like the docs come and like the nurse have to drop everything. They're juggling like 4 patients. They got to drop everything, go deal with whatever at the bedside. I'm just like, yeah, you can wait.
My gosh. Listen, we're getting up.
They don't want to deal with me. I'm like, no, you can wait. Do you see how this person running around? I'm like, you can wait.
Her blood sugar might be high. She gets a little surly, I hear.
Yeah.
So I want to hear a little more. This is, we're getting up on an hour, but like, tell me any of your takeaways from using the iLet pump. What have you enjoyed? What have you not enjoyed? Like, how would you explain it to other people?
I enjoy it. It is the algorithm I say I like better than the Omnipod. And if you do want to give yourself more insulin that you think you're too high, you can. You just have to announce again. But I say it is pretty good. It can't figure out the carb count because you can't put a carb count in there. But it is pretty good.
Give me some becauses. I like it better than Omnipod because.
Oh, number one, it's the infusion set. I can get the 3 to 4 days out of it.
Okay.
And then it's always been around the flexibility about the mealtime dosing. Mm-hmm. I still sort of do like the pre-bolus where I'll announce and then I'll wait and then I'll eat. Okay. But I know I don't have to, but I've just always had that kind of like, I know the insulin, it takes a half hour or more to peak, that I rather, I have my food, I know what I'm going to eat. I just am patient and wait for the data to change and then eat. But I know I don't need to do it, but it's just already a habit that I do that.
Why do you say you don't need to do it? Because they tell you not to?
No, I'd say when I did the 3 months, I wasn't pre-bolusing, or I was just like, and it did do well, So
if you don't pre-bolus with the iLet in the first 3 months, where does your blood sugar go after you've eaten? And then
It would do the low 200s, but come down and no lows. This one, like, I never had my blood sugar up in the 300s. The iLet occasionally would get it up there, but then I would just kind of like, I have no symptoms. I'll just, let's see what the algorithm does. And it did, bring me down.
But if you wanted to avoid peaks into the 200s at meals, the pre-bolusing helped.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Finish this sentence. I miss about Omnipod. What do you miss about Omnipod?
Oh, that I could wear more dresses. This pump, I find I have to clip it on. The dressing part. Like I still wear dresses, but I liked that I could,
Omnipod was aesthetically easier for you?
Yes, aesthetically and just clothing. Here, like I have to like make sure I dress this in a certain order of what I put on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, how long does the infusion set on the iLet work for?
I can get 3 to 4 days because it's the amount of insulin that's left in the device. And then it'll remind you that you should change it out. But I'm like, I still have 30 units and that will last me the 2 meals for today. Because during work, I don't eat breakfast because as soon as I walk into the hospital, it's crazy.
You're not getting that much more out of it time-wise than the Omnipod.
No.
But you like having extra time with it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I can't wait to get that 15-day Dexcom. That's my appointment on, this Wednesday.
Yeah.
And his dumbass, he's like, oh no, it's just going to be a system upgrade. I'm like, no, dummy, you need to write me another script.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, dummy.
Yeah. Well, no, because he's so like, no, it's just going to be you're clueless. Like,
well, around the diabetes, what I've taken from our conversation is that what's most important to you is ease of use, fewer touches on diabetes, less thinking about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that was the marketing of the iLet. So I'm like, okay, let's try this.
It spoke to you on that level.
It spoke to me. I'm like, I need less. I already got to do so much in my daily life.
Yeah. No, I hear that. What's interesting is like, because a lot of people come on here and talk about like, oh, I'm trying to get this number here. I'm trying to be specific about this.
No,
you're like,
for me,
yeah.
I don't look at my A1C. I look, okay. And then I remember one appointment, I was just like, what A1C do you want? Because I'm not trying. I'm just trying not to end up in the hospital and not have lows. Those were always my goals from the beginning. Like,
interesting.
Yeah.
No, I mean, everybody's got different goals. And, you know, it's interesting to hear your progression in your life and where I think
I'm going to, I want to see in 10 years from now, because it's slow progression. Like, I'm not really having many issues besides dermatology issues. So I want to see, I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any worries or concerns for the future? Not really.
What I see in the hospital is kind of disturbing. So, we'll see. I don't, want to lose a part of my body.
You do see that
I don't
at
think
work?
that will happen, but
Back of your head, you're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. What would make you change pumps? What would somebody have to present?
The smaller. I saw someone with the Mobi and it's littler. I'm like, can you run that like on manual or I don't know. I liked it because it was smaller. And then you can like attach it to yourself, kind of like the Omnipod.
Valerie, I'm confused about one thing.
Yeah.
You are using a pump right now, iLet, that is so hands off. You have no control over it really, other than to say it's breakfast, lunch, it's dinner. This is big, medium, small. But you didn't run the Omnipod 5 in automation. And when you think about the Mobi, you wonder if you can run it manually.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? Why can't
control? It's just the control. I want control, but then I want less.
Or none.
Yeah.
I would talk to my therapist about that if I was you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I did try the Omnipod in the algorithm, but I just didn't. Yeah.
Didn't what?
Yeah.
You do that sometimes, Valerie. You don't finish your thought. You didn't what?
I didn't like it. It just would get too high, and I'm like, why isn't it changing the arrow when I know I can intervene? And
why didn't you intervene?
Change that arrow? Because I thought the algorithm would do it. I guess I could have, but then I'm like, yeah.
And when you got to the iLet and it also wasn't stopping high blood sugars, you're like, oh, I'm going to intervene.
At some point, I finally did.
Yeah. So this might have less to do with the system and more to do with your...
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Have we missed anything that you wanted to talk about or anything that we, anything I didn't remember to ask you about?
Yeah, we covered everything. Yeah.
You happy that you did this?
I am.
Good.
Yeah.
When you said you've been listening for a long time, contextually, is that years?
Yes, years. So as soon as I got the right diagnosis, I made sure to find the community and then just, So I've been listening to you for, years and years. Is it
possible you've been listening to this for like 9-10 years?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice.
Definitely.
It's lovely to hear. Thank you very much.
I don't listen to each episode. I just kind of come on and I look and I'm like, okay, let's listen to this one. Yeah. No, it's good to hear other people talk about how they're managing it. And
No, it makes me happy that it's there for you when you need it.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
Really awesome. Well, Valerie, I appreciate this. Go ahead to work.
Okay.
Live your life as you will.
Mm-hmm. I will.
I really do appreciate you doing this. Your story is going to add to the podcast wonderfully.
Yes.
If you hold on for 1 second, I'll just tell you a couple things before we go.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the blood glucose meter that my daughter carries, the Contour NextGen blood glucose meter. Learn more and get started today at contournext.com/juicebox. And don't forget, you may be paying more through your insurance right now for the meter you have than you would pay for the Contour NextGen in cash. There are links in the show notes of the audio app you're listening in right now and links at juiceboxpodcast.com to Contour and all of the sponsors. I'd like to remind you again about the MiniMed 780G automated insulin delivery system, which of course anticipates, adjusts, and corrects every 5 minutes, 24/7. It works around the clock so you can focus on what matters. The Juicebox community knows the importance of using technology to simplify managing diabetes. To learn more about how you can spend less time and effort managing your diabetes, visit my link, medtronicdiabetes.com/juicebox. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back very soon with another episode of the Juicebox Podcast. If you're not already subscribed or following the podcast in your favorite audio app like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please do that now. Seriously, just to hit follow or subscribe will really help the show. If you go a little further in Apple Podcasts and set it up so that it downloads all new episodes, I'll be your best friend. And if you leave a 5-star review, I'll probably send you a Christmas card. Would you like a Christmas card? Have you tried the Small Sip series? They're curated takeaways from the Juicebox podcast, voted on by listeners as the most helpful insights for managing their diabetes. These bite-sized pieces of wisdom cover essential topics like insulin timing, carb management, and balancing highs and lows, making it easier for you to incorporate real-life strategies into your daily routine. Dive deep, take a sip, and discover what our community finds most valuable on the journey to better diabetes management. For more information on Small Sips, go to juiceboxpodcast.com, click on the word series in the menu. If you have a podcast and you need a fantastic editor, you want Rob from Wrong Way Recording. Listen, truth be told, I'm like 20% smarter when Rob edits me. He takes out all the gaps of time and when I go, and stuff like that. And it just, I don't know, man. I listen back and I'm like, why do I sound smarter? And then I remember because I did one smart thing. I hired Rob at wrongwayrecording.com.